There's no denying that everything in the world is more expensive now than it was a few years ago. It's more important than ever to make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck when it comes to drinking and beverages on board Virgin Voyages. VV Insider is the #1 resource for the latest Virgin Voyages info, guides and news. From picking the perfect cabin to booking dining, or simply just making the most of your voyage and saving money while you do it, VVinsider.com has helped thousands of sailors around the world sail smarter. Support our work by hitting subscribe and stick around to hear how you can get exclusive perks by booking directly with us. What we thought we would do is compile all of the hints and tips that we've got around VVinsider.com and bring it into one video so you can reference this on your next voyage. For those that have sailed before, you'll understand how drinks work on board Virgin Voyages and you can skip ahead past this part. But I just wanted to give you a bit of context of how drinks work. If you're coming to Virgin Voyages as a brand new cruiser, or you're coming to it from a different cruise line, things are a little bit different in Virgin Voyages. It's a little bit more along the lines of what you would see at a hotel or a resort on land. By that I mean every single drink is charged a la carte. Apart from the things that are included in your voyage fare, and Virgin Voyages are quite generous in this regard, you get soft drinks and filter coffees included as part of your voyage fare. And that's not just restaurants and during dining, it's actually anywhere on board. So even bars, you can roll up to them and ask them for a Diet Coke or an orange juice, and they'll hand that over to you without having to tap your band. You can just walk away from the bar and enjoy it. And that is great. But of course, not everything is included. You'll still need to pay for alcohol, for things like specialty coffees, freshly pressed juices, anything that doesn't fall under the sort of standard soft drinks remit. So the way that that works is when you order your drink, so either at a bar or while you're being served for dinner, for example, someone will ask for your drink order. They will use their device to tap your band and they will charge the drink to your room. The cost of drinks on Virgin Voyages is fairly reasonable. It has been creeping up over the last few years and we keep a track of that on VVinsider.com. But for the most part, the prices are still fairly reasonable to what you would expect with a large city on land. And of course, one of the fantastic things about Virgin Voyages is that tips are completely included. So you're not having to add on 18% or 20%. There's no rigmarole of someone bringing over a receipt for you to sign. All of it is taken care of. Charges for drinks follow a little bit of a hierarchy. If you've got promotional credit on your account, this comes in two forms, one of which is Sailor Loot, which you can spend on anything on board. And then another type of credit is Bar Tab. And Bar Tab specifically is only for drinks. If you have neither of those two types of credit, you will simply build up a bit of a debt on board, which you'll need to clear up before you disembark. When you order a drink, you don't need to tell them to take this from the promotional credit that you have. It will automatically be taken from your Bar Tab allowance first. If you run out of Bar Tab allowance, it will then move over to your Sailor Loot. And then if you've run out of Sailor Loot, or you didn't have any in the first place, it will just get charged from your onboard account. Bar tabs are really interesting and it's actually a great way to save money on drinks, so we'll come on to that in just a moment. But for now, I just want to give you a big caveat because there is actually a way that you can get all of your drinks included on board. And that's by choosing a cabin type that includes unlimited drinks. And that cabin type is Mega Rockstar. As the name suggests, Mega Rockstar is the highest level of cabin type that you can get on Virgin Voyages. It includes accommodations like the massive suite, which you might have seen on different YouTube videos here and there, with an outdoor hot tub and guitars on the walls. Very opulent, very nice. And of course, with those fantastic accommodations comes an incredibly high price. And if you're spending that money, Virgin Voyages reward your kindness by giving you an unlimited bar tab, and you can buy as much alcohol as you like and it won't be charged onto your account. Couple of caveats there. You can only buy 2 drinks at a time, and those 2 drinks can't be more than $25 each. So you can't go and order a very fine whiskey that would cost hundreds of dollars. There is an effect of fair usage policy with that. Mega Rockstars and Rockstars, which is the cabin type that's just underneath Mega Rockstars, do get the added benefit of having an in-suite minibar, where you get small bottles of liquor, a couple of mini bottles of wine, a mini bottle of champagne, which are designed to be consumed in the room. So you would make mixed drinks and cocktails or enjoy a glass of wine before you head out for the evening. For Rockstars, your minibar is set as you get on board. The key difference between Rockstar and Mega Rockstar with your in-room bar is that with Rockstar, it is not refreshed. Once you use it, it's gone. With Mega Rockstar, once you use the alcohol, it's refreshed every day by your Rockstar agent. For all those not sailing on that Rockstar level, and you're coming on board as a red band sailor, you aren't getting any drink perks really. So you have to try and find the best deals, any free alcohol that you can get while you're on board, really to make the most of your voyage fare. And I don't blame you, and I'm here to share a few tips on how you might be able to do that. Before I get into the meat of this, which is about how you can use the bar tab to save money on drinks on board, I've actually got a couple of tips to give you where you can get either free or discounted alcohol. I wouldn't blame you if you come here just to hear how you can get free alcohol on board. We'll take anything if it's free. So the first way you're able to get free alcohol, I say free in quotation marks because it's not entirely free, but you can actually bring alcohol on board. So you can bring 2 bottles of wine in your carry-on luggage, and that's 2 bottles of wine per cabin. And you can't bring any magnums on board. They do need to be standard 750 milliliter bottles of wine. Although that's not free, you do obviously have to buy the wine before you get on board. You're not going to be charged by Virgin Voyages for it. So it's a little bit of a win. You can get it at grocery store prices and bring it on board. Another totally free option for alcohol are the drinks that are given away as part of the sail away celebrations. The hostess will raise a toast where you're toasting to the voyage ahead. And of course, you need something in your hand to toast with. The crew will have meandered around at this point to hand out free glasses of sparkling wine. This sparkling wine is called St. Louis. Some sailors love it, some sailors hate it, but it is free, so you may as well take a glass. There's nothing really stopping you going and getting another glass from the crew, so feel free. But it's a really nice gesture of Virgin Voyages to do this, and actually it's a fantastic way to start your voyage off. And when the toast is finished, the Happenings cast will join you in the celebration of the new voyage, dancing, partying. It's one of my favourite events, and it sets up a really lovely atmosphere for the voyage ahead. If you're on a voyage that's celebrating something like passing the equator or going through the Strait of Gibraltar, for example, they may ad hoc decide to bring on other different types of celebrations. And you will generally hear about this in the event lineup. It's not on every voyage. In fact, it's very rare, but do keep an eye out. They may offer free bubbles during these very special events that happen during your voyage. So do keep an eye out. Sticking with free drinks for the minute, and one of the best opportunities to get free drinks is to participate. Now, I know to a lot of people, the idea of guest participation or getting up on stage is horrible and it strikes you with fear. But there is the reward on Virgin Voyages of generally a free drink after you've done it, which is incentive enough, is it not? And of course, if you're brainy enough and you win a quiz or a trivia, you will also have the potential of getting a free drink. I say that have the potential because policies may change. They may decide that they're not going to give out free drinks anymore. So don't hold me to it, but it's definitely worth getting involved anyway. You'll have a great time. So that's free drinks sorted. Let's think about discounted drinks. One really great way to get the most out of your money when it comes to alcohol on board is to sign up for one of the Happenings events. Generally, if you join a food or drink related Happenings event, the drinks that they give you as part of that event are included as part of the price of the event itself. So for example, something like Lotería Gigante is a really fun Mexican themed bingo, and they give you margaritas and palomas while you play. You also get to try a few shots of tequila and mezcal as well. I would just give you a word of warning before you do that, and that's to savor the drinks that they give you. Other events that give you quite a decent amount of alcohol for your money are things like Mix It Up, which is a bartending competition style event where the bartenders are competing to make the nicest or the best cocktail, and you as the audience vote on that. In order for you to vote on the cocktails, you of course have to taste them. So you get 2 cocktails at a time, and I believe this happens 3 times. So that's 6 cocktails for the price of entry. Not bad at all. But again, word of warning, go steady. You don't have to finish the drinks while you're in the event. You might want to take it with you and sip on them as you go about the rest of your day on board. We have a page on vvinsider.com which lists out the events, and you can actually see the food and drink events that include alcohol. Now, there are a couple of packages that you can add to your voyage that include alcohol. Whether this is good value or not really depends on your own preferences. Splash of Romance includes a bottle of Moet champagne, and you can use the Shake for Champagne feature for that. There's also an exclusive party where they will serve sangria and sparkling wine during that time. It's an hour long, and again, it's drink as much as you like, but of course, you're very welcome to take one of those drinks away and enjoy it elsewhere on board if you like. Similarly, Splash for Your Bash is another package you can add to your voyage, which includes a bottle of Moet champagne, which will be delivered to your cabin. It also includes a bottomless brunch, And during the meal that you're having with your Splash for Your Bash participants, you will get a curated cocktail as well as part of the deal. We have all the details on vvinsider.com, and I'll include a link to that as well. Another way to get potentially discounted alcohol is to take advantage of a bottomless brunch at one of the restaurants. So both The Wake and Razzle Dazzle offer bottomless brunch options. Bottomless brunch, which when we say bottomless, we're talking about alcohol. All the food is included as part of your brunch on board anyway, but the alcohol is always charged for. But if you decide to do bottomless brunch, you'll pay a one-off fee, and for 90 minutes, you'll be able to reorder from that menu, and you won't be charged for each drink individually. So depending on how much you plan to drink during brunch, this could be a way to get discounted drinks if you like. You can actually order anything from the menu. So if you started with a mimosa and decide that you like to switch to Bloody Marys, for example, that's totally within your gift to choose if you like. Now, as a little bit of a bonus, if you're a sailing club member that has Deep Blue Extra benefits, you'll be invited along to an exclusive cocktail event. Very similar to the one that you'll see in the Splash of Romance event, but you don't need to add any additional packages to your voyage. But if you qualify for Deep Blue Extras, you will get this invite free of charge. Another Deep Blue Extra perk when it comes to beverages is that you get 2 free specialty coffees a day. So again, don't forget to pick those up during your voyage. Head down to Grounds Club to get your free coffees each day. I want to talk to you a little bit more about the bar tab and how you can actually get the most out of your bar tab, because it is a little bit confusing, and actually vvinsider.com have made it really, really easy. And I'm going to talk you through the bar tab calculator tool and how that can save you money on your drinks when you voyage. The way that the bar tab can save you money for drinks on board is all to do with the bonus that you get for pre-purchasing your bar tab. So you may already have a bar tab gifted to you as part of your booking for the voyage. So you may have got a couple of $100, for example, as a bit of an incentive to book your voyage, which is great, but it might not be enough to cover the drinks that you're going to have throughout the voyage. When you top up your bar tab, you're going to be given an incentive for the amount that you're topping up your bar tab with. And the amount of bonus that you get is dependent on the amount of bar tab that you buy. This can get hugely complicated, and you need to do the heavy lifting of trying to imagine what you're going to be drinking and how much it's going to cost throughout your voyage. To make this easy, vvinsider.com has a bar tab calculator, which is one of our most used tools on the site. And what it does, it asks you, how long is your voyage for? What is your loyalty status? How much have you already got in your wallet? So have you already got some bar tab or sailor loot already? And then it asks what you're intending to drink each day. So are you a wine drinker? Are you a beer drinker? Do you drink cocktails? We do some maths under the surface using some averages that we know from the menus. And then we produce a result. And the result isn't just how much you're going to spend on board for drinks. It actually takes all the information and figures out the best way to buy those chunks of bar tab in the most price efficient way. I'm going to give you an example. So I'm going to add in details for our upcoming voyage. 7 nights, so we're already there. I have an existing bar tab amount of $200, so I'll pop that in. Yes, I am a sailing club member, so I'm just going to pop that in as well. And the reason why we asked that question is the bonus that you will receive is dependent on your member status. And then I'm going to decide how many drinks I want to drink per day. Now, this is based on the whole cabin sharing. So if I, for example, drink 2 glasses of wine and my partner would also drink 2 glasses of wine, I can add 4 in here. And then let's add a couple of beers, let's add a couple of cocktails, and then maybe a couple of specialty soft drinks. Once I've added all that information in, I can scroll down and it says, yes, I would save money by pre-purchasing an extra bar tab. It's saying that I need to buy a chunk of $300 of bar tab, which will be worth $425 once they add the bonus on. So it's going to cost me $300 plus $12 out of pocket. So actually I'm saving a fair amount of money there. So it's definitely worth doing. I've just mentioned there that actually you could be going into your voyage with a certain amount of bar tab or sailor loot already connected to your sailing. And you're probably asking yourself, how can I get that? How can I get the best deal? Now, one of the best ways to make sure that you're getting the best deal and the most bar tab for your sailing is to use the VV Insider Voyage Finder. If you go to vvinsider.com and click book, there's a whole list of all the voyages that are coming up on all of the Virgin Voyages ships. One of the best ways to make sure you get the maximum sailor loot and bar tab is to use the VV Insider booking tool. By using the VV Insider booking tool, you're booking through our partners, the Getaway Guys, and we work with them to see if there are any incentives or promotions available for your sailing. If there is any additional sailor loot or bar tab that we can add to your voyage, we'll be doing that. If you're unsure what promotions are available for a particular voyage, always get in touch with us. Also, if you stay subscribed to the VV Insider newsletter, if there are any promotions or any offers that come out, we will introduce you to all the voyages that are available on that offer. So keep an eye on your inbox if you're subscribed, and we'll make sure that you get connected with the best offer possible for the voyage that you're looking for. If you have any questions at all before you book, always get in touch with VV Insider and we'll point you in the right direction. So let's recap those ways that you can save money on drinks on board on Virgin Voyages. So first of all, take full advantage of the free drinks that are available. Make sure you take advantage of any events that have drinks on offer, whether that's included in the package that you've booked or one of the happenings events. And the number one best way to save money on drinks while you're on board Virgin Voyages is to use bar tabs effectively and use the bar tab calculator to figure out exactly what you need to do, where to put your money to get the most bang for your buck for drinks on board. That's everything we've got. If we've missed anything at all and you think you've got a fantastic idea to save money on drinks on board Virgin Voyages, let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be releasing a few more of these guided videos so that we can give you the best of our hints and tips all bundled together. Stay tuned to vvinsider.com for the latest Virgin Voyages news, info and guides.